at your destination.
Welcome back to Flipped Out, friends, family, and fans. It has been a minute, but I am back and ready to talk some Star Trek. Apparently, the Janeway series is underway. Let's get into that, and we'll start with PICARD and where it's going, and then we'll flow right into Janeway. So, apparently, PICARD Season 1 is over. If you are a big fan of the PICARD series, that's cool. If you're not a big fan, well, that's cool too. And Star Trek, it's hard just not to talk about it. I'm a Star Wars fan. I think everyone out there knows that. But I am a Star Trek fan too. And when Star Trek is good, it's good. And when it's not so good, it's hard to swallow. Let's just put it that way. That's how I feel about PICARD. Don't get me wrong, I love Jean-Luc, but this entire thing is, it's just different. It's got a lot of diversity. It's whipped with diversity, and it has potential, so much potential. It looks beautiful, but it's just not going the right places. For me, it's character development and storyline, but it does look good, I'll say that. Fans of it, people who really love it, are calling it a contemporary and thrilling storyline, and those that don't like it, well, they have their opinions too. CBS is discussing a spin-off that might occur with Kate Mulgrew reprising the role of Captain Catherine Janeway. And so we'll see if that happens, but in the meantime, look at PICARD and how it's a sequel series from the Next Generation. Will Captain Janeway's series be a sequel series of Voyager? Well, hard to say, but taking a little bit from what's going on with the Jean-Luc Picard's show, as they take characters from Voyager, perhaps the Janeway series will take people from Deep Space Nine or Voyager itself, or even the Next Generation. I like the crossovers that Star Trek has always done. That's one of my favorite things about the older shows. God, I can't believe I'm calling them older shows. It makes me feel old, but that's what I liked about them. The crossovers really interesting and made my day. I love that. But Jerry Ryan has come into PICARD. She plays 7 of 9, and she was first used in PICARD Episode 4, Absolute Candor, and she's done a really good job. I think that even considering that she's a woman, that doesn't bother me diversity-wise. As a matter of fact, maybe they should have left some other diversity matches out and just had her. I think she's an awesome actress, and I loved her role back in Voyager, and I love her role in PICARD as well. Spoiler alert, she does join PICARD's crew at the end of PICARD. So no, she doesn't die in Season 1, but I suspect there could be a looming situation for her character. You never know. More Voyager characters are expected to join PICARD, including the Doctor from the Voyager series, Robert Picardo, and of course Kate Mulgrew, who plays Captain Catherine Janeway. And if Captain Catherine Janeway does make a cameo and it goes well, sources at CBS are saying that based on viewership response, they will consider the very same thing we're speaking of, and that is the Captain Janeway series. I'm hopeful. I actually hope they do it. Now, beyond being hopeful, I'm worried too, and I want them to get a good writer, and I want them to get some really good storylines together and really consider this and see what they can come up with. You know, I really want something serious and fun, like Star Trek used to be. Creative, interesting storylines, and having to use the transporter to filter out this organism so that everyone lives. You know, this sort of thing, these puzzles, I love that about Star Trek. And I'm just not seeing any of this anymore in, like, PICARD. At least not on a, intellectual level that engages me. Anyway, regarding Kate Mulgrew's possibility of having her own series, CBS said that they're going to test the waters and see how viewership response is, and other than that, the series is being discussed. So that's all I have to discuss tonight. Thanks for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe and comment below so we'll know what you're flipped out about.